Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna roll because who fucking knows? I actually, you know what I wanted to do? Can we just not touch a button? And I need to go and piss and get some water before I really get involved here. All right. So give me a minute.
Do it.
All right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fill out housing lotteries.
Great. I can't wait. All right. I'll be back in a sec.
My name is Greg Wiener. This is the Greg Wiener
podcast. Goddammit! It's the fucking podcast. Yes, it's the podcast. Hopefully, will be funny and just communicate and make some memories. Keep company with people. You know what I'm saying? Greg Wiener podcast.
So
I thought you were recording.
No,
you weren't recording.
I recorded the beginning. Now we're recording. So relax.
I was dropping. No.
Jesus fucking Christ! You're having your own little fucking 9/11 over there, for Christ's sake. Oh, already out of the fucking gate.
Out of the gate. Out of the gate.
All right, so let me see. We're testing the equipment.
Should we start making fun of elderly Jewish people now?
Not yet.
Or wait?
No. I mean, that's basically going to be our show.
Just that.
Can you hear that?
I can hear that. I can hear that. Totally hear that.
What?
It's in the It's like in the background though. It's like it's not crystal clear.
All right.
But it's
hold on one second. Let me check my levels on this channel. I got a fucking mixer here, man. By the way.
Wow! Look at you, professional.
Yeah,
I've got a Anchor multi USB port.
Can you hear that?
I can hear that.
How well can you hear it?
I mean, it's a little staticky. It's like bad radio, but I can hear it.
Perfect. Well, that's our genre.
Great. I mean, it's like what is it? It's like strums, right? It's a guitar strumming. That's what I heard.
What? That sounds like what? That sounds like a cat.
That sounds like a cat getting fucked by one of those fuck machines. You know what that is? That did I just deep dive into
a cat getting fucked by a fuck machine?
You've never seen that?
Well, I've never seen a cat get fucked by a fuck machine.
Well, no, not a cat, but like a human woman getting
a human woman.
A human.
Oh man! All right, tell me if you hear this.
Yeah, what the?
Listen. All right.
You're gonna do sound.
Yeah, I downloaded on my iPad this fucking soundboard thing, and it happens to be just like the horror soundboard for this app. This is called hell. Sounds like hell.
It sounds like someone moving a couch on a wood floor.
Wow, that's not what it is at all. At all. Let me see if you can hear music from.
Silence my phone here. Oh, I don't want to. I want to be unprofessional. I don't want to do that.
Of course not. Oh, that's coming out of my.
What is that?
Speaker. That's we don't. I don't even need that. We don't need these. These are the bells and whistles, man. We don't need this shit.
No. The meat is you and me.
Yeah,
is
man.
The comedy goal. So I'm gonna Google topics for a podcast.
Already done it.
Topic prompts.
Topics for a podcast, like every single fucking other podcast loser in the world has done.
Step number 1: invite guests onto your podcast. Okay.
Well, here you go.
Talk about a study you've read. Top number lists. Talk about pain points your audience may be experiencing.
Pain points our audience may be experiencing?
So who's our audience? Address the tough topics.
Oh.
Not just the softballs.
No problem.
Share a personal story. I've got the runs today.
Oh, do you really for a change?
A little bit.
Jesus.
A callback.
Yeah,
it's a callback to something that our listeners don't even know about.
No, they don't.
Share a story that is inspiring to you. Create a goal that you want to accomplish, and share your progress.
Do you hear that song? Can you hear that?
Life in a northern town.
Yeah, man. Okay, all right. I've got 8. I don't know if you've listened to the Greg Wiener podcast,
8.
but
Yeah, yeah. I listen to it all the time.
you're so
all the time.
full of shit. Yeah. What did I talk about last time?
You talked about sharing your goals. You shared a personal story, something that inspires you.
You're reading off the fucking top 10 list, aren't you?
No, I'm. This is from memory on your 8 episodes.
You've never listened to it's fine.
Not a single one.
Great.
Not a single one.
Well, I've never listened to one of your podcasts either.
So what do we do? What do you do on your podcast?
Well, let's catch up. Let's catch up personally, because I don't even know what state you're living in right now.
Mentally or physically?
No, physically. I know you.
Disparate. I am in New York, man. I'm in the shitty, as I like to call it.
Oh, in the shitty. Are you living there in New York City?
Astoria, right? So I'm in Queens.
You're living in Astoria?
I'm living in Astoria, which is a borough, which is a neighborhood in the borough of Queens.
Please educate me as if I didn't live there for 6 years. You dumb shit. That's where I lived, man. Detmars and 33rd for like 6 years.
Get out! I'm Steinway and 37. No, not Steinway. Fuck no, I'm 23rd. Can we curse on your podcast? Is cursing a thing on your podcast?
Yes.
Can you do that?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yes.
Yeah, man. No rules here. No rules.
Look at you.
No
look
rules.
At your fucking radio voice.
No rules, baby. Yeah, baby. Well, I drop into it. I can do that. I got the power. Good, man. I'm good. There's a reason I have my own podcast. I couldn't even get that out.
So I live in Queens, the neighborhood of Astoria, which is a Greek neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I've been living here for about a year now, unfortunately. And
Why unfortunately?
I'm not a fan. I wish I lived in Manhattan proper. That was my goal originally, to live in Manhattan proper, but I got lazy when I was in Milwaukee. I was doing a show in Milwaukee, and I thought I could apartment hunt while in Milwaukee, in New York City.
Idiot.
Foolishly.
Yeah.
I know.
No way.
Fool's errand. And then I had a colleague rather, who was like, hey, do you want to live in my beautiful apartment?
Great.
And I was like, no, it's in Astoria. I refuse to live in Astoria.
Oh, right.
And she was like, all right, well, good luck finding an apartment while you're in fucking Milwaukee.
Right, she has a brain in her head.
She has a brain. She has a functioning brain. She knows reality. I'm trying to cut back on the uhs. Now I'm self-conscious.
Don't worry about it. Just be you. You're just being you.
Just be me.
Just be you, baby. Be who you are. Okay? That's what we want
be
from
who
you.
you are.
We need you to be true to yourself on this podcast, all right?
Yourself.
Otherwise, we don't buy it, all right? And we have a very discerning palate for reality.
It's going to come off as phony.
Yeah.
It's going to come off as artificial.
I don't believe it.
The discerning audience of the Greg Wiener podcast will see right through your charade.
Let me ask you this, and don't forget.
Ask me a question.
Don't forget, I'm the fucking host, and so shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Okay.
Noted.
No.
Noted.
Do you have what's your social network following numbers? Are you going to really bump this podcast up to the next level? Because if not, you're worthless, and I can move on to someone else.
You have a queue. You have like 5 other people. You're going to try to
got people
up with
waiting.
today.
All right, we're just diving right in. So I guess you and I haven't really talked since we closed Disgraced. We've tried to hook up for this podcast, and it's taken us, 7 months to execute our plans? I'm shocked that we're doing it. Honestly.
This is surreal. I'm pinching myself.
I mean, how many times do you do a show with somebody, you bond, you click, and you say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do a pilot, we're going to start a theater company, and then, a week goes by and you forget their fucking names. So
we're going to start a theater company.
We're going to start a theater company because we had great moments in that scene we did together in regional theater. I mean, how many fucking conversations have we all had?
Every single fucking time.
Every show.
Every single fucking time.
Every fucking show. Everyone makes plans, and then it never happens.
You have to go along with it, right? You can't be like, guys, that's not going to happen.
No.
Like these moments we had are beautiful, and I will cherish them. They will be with me forever.
But let it go.
You will always be in my heart, and if I see you again, I'm going to give you a great big hug, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Right.
But we're not going to start a theater company.
No, we're not starting it.
No, that's not going to happen.
Be real.
You're You're going to go back to fucking Idaho. I'm going to go back doing odd jobs in New York.
I'm waiting literally for the letter to come in the mail officially saying that I'm legally divorced, but we've been separated since like mid-August. Yeah. So, yeah. I saw her like 3 weeks ago at the courthouse. We signed a bunch of papers. It was miserable, and that's the last time. You know, there's no... Yeah, it's pretty sad. Great
podcast fodder, huh?
Not really. Well, you tell me. Haven't you been listening to all my fucking episodes, you liar?
That was a thing called sarcasm.
I'm Jewish. We don't understand sarcasm. I got sarcasm in my piss.
You ever see that on dating profiles when girls are like, I speak sarcasm. I'm fluent in sarcasm.
Oh, God.
It fucking drives me up the wall. You can't speak it's not a fucking language. It's not a language. You don't speak sarcasm.
She's trying to be
funny. You
don't
need a translator from sarcasm.
How's your love life? Because I can't do anything until I get the letter, obviously. And then
seriously?
I'm going to be...
Really?
Huh?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
No, well, legally, no. I don't...
What do you mean legal? What is she going to do? Divorce you again? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, what is it going to...
First of all, it was a dissolution of the marriage, and, no, it's illegal. I try not to break laws.
You're going to get arrested if you sleep with someone?
No, you're not going to get arrested.
While you're separated.
I've never been married and divorced, so I can't fucking tell.
I don't understand where this moral outrage is coming from. I mean, you're separated. It's not like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's not like you're going to get back together with her. And that's very sad, and I feel sorry. My condolences on the marriage,
Yeah, you really seem emotionally invested in my pain.
No. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I don't see the point. I don't want to sound callous here, but what's the, what are you preserving by not...
Basically, that's for people who are going after each other for money and shit, and then they can use it as leverage. We didn't do that because we didn't have money, and if she decided, she heard this before the decision was made, and she heard me say I fucked so-and-so and blah, 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 and October or whatever the fuck, she could say, you legally cheating on me. I'm going to get your money. What is she going to take from me? My laptop? I don't own anything. You can have my car. You can have my car.
Whip.
My whip. It's financed. She can have that loan. How are the dating apps? Yeah. Because when we were doing a show together, you were Tindering, and were you bumbling?
I was bumbling. I was OkCupiding. I don't know if I was OkCupid. OkCupid has come a long way. OkCupid is trying to become the Tinder of today.
Okay.
But it's not. It can't because it's very profile heavy. And so...
What does that mean?
Well, it means like here's the beauty of Tinder. It's a meat market. You just swipe left, swipe right, swipe left. There's no investment. There's no nothing. So it sets itself up for kind of a hookup situation, a casual situation, a FWB situation, if you will. But with OkCupid, friends with benefits.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. You got to teach me the ropes.
Friends with benefits is the most beautiful thing on the planet.
Do you have that situation?
It should be a religion. It should be. That, forget Islam, forget Christianity. Forget Judaism, for sure.
Forget Judaism. This coming from an Islamic. Folks, we're going to have our own intifada right here. It's the Intifada podcast.
Welcome, hosted by an Islamic and
a Jew.
But friends with benefits, it's so beautiful because there's none of the trappings of a relationship. It's all just, hey, we enjoy each other's company. Let's hang out. Maybe we do something. Maybe we go to a museum. Maybe we get dinner. Maybe we watch a movie. And then right after them, it's assumed, it's built in that you bone. You just straight bone. Because with a relationship, there's like the emotional investment, right?
No,
this is
not
like
at all.
one and done. You're emotionally invested when you're hanging out, for sure. Oh yeah, You're in love. It's beautiful. It's romantic. It's great. But as soon as you stumble back home at 4 a.m,
you're done.
Via your Uber or Lyft, you're done, and you can move on with your day, and you can get a burger and call it a night.
Yeah,
but with a relationship, there's the texting back and forth, and blah blah. You were saying,
well, there's expectations. You have to, you have responsibilities. You have to either disappoint or not disappoint your loved one. There's all kinds of horrible things.
Right. Yeah. I mean, see, it's beneficial because you don't get to learn about the other person's foibles. You don't see, oh, down the road, he's going to cheat on me. Or down the road, he's going to be controlling. Right. Down the road, he's going to hoard money from me. Hide it.
Jesus Christ. You've had some shitty relationships.
Down the road, he's going to commit insurance fraud. You know, there's none of that. It's just you enjoy your time together. You're friends.
Yeah.
And you have a mutual like, and then you get to insert your genitalia into each other.
Wow.
Or, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet, to go over.
Tell us, Adele.
Everything.
Boy, she's a bitter person, man. Her music is sad, isn't it?
Well, this is a joke. This is a joke that a friend of mine would always do that I'm gonna pretend is mine. She would always say, Adele has this beautiful voice. It's soulful. It's powerful. It's emotional. It stirs you. But then when you listen to her speak, when she's not singing, it's like, hello, my name is Adele, and I wrote this song.
It's so fucking true, though. And that's not really a joke. I don't think you needed to preface that, and you could have easily taken credit for it. It's not really a joke. It's an observation. And it's true. It's true. And she does this. Listen to her. There it is. And then it's, hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? My name's Adele.
Bit of spotty deck.
Jeez.
You know, it's just like, what happened to that beautiful, soulful songstress?
It's gone.
Chanteuse. It's gone.
Chanteuse.
Chanteuse, that's a singer in Le Français. You know, I'm 44% fluent in French.
Are you really?
According to Duolingo, yeah. Oh, do you get sponsorships on this shit? Do you can I plug Duolingo? Duolingo has taught me French. Le français.
Wow, so you've really used Duolingo to learn French?
Je m'appelle Imran.
It's impressive.
You know, it's funny. It's honestly, and this is not a bit or a joke, it's like the Matrix. It really is. It's like it's uploaded into your brain because you play the stupid games that they teach you, that they're supposedly teaching you. And you play these games, and you do word games and stuff like that, and you translate, and you're like, I'm not retaining any of this fucking knowledge.
Right.
And then you go to like a French restaurant, and then it's like instant knowledge. You're like, yes, that's snail.
So Duolingo's taught you escargot, basically, is what you're saying.
Duolingo has taught me how to not order escargot at Parisian restaurants.
Wow.
Which I frequent. I love a good French restaurant. A bistro.
Do you? Wow, you're such a Renaissance man. You're just so...
Renaissance? How
yeah.
Jewy is that?
Was that Jewy? Was that too Jewy
you're
for
such
you? Jesus, you bigot. Wow, you've embraced your hatred for the chosen people, haven't you? Since we last met.
You're such a Renaissance man.
This from a guy who's learning French from a fucking app and goes to a French bistro and orders escargot.
It's the 21st century, man. Where the hell else am I going to learn it from? A goddamn book? I don't have time for that shit.
You're a book reader. What's the last book you read?
Honestly, I haven't read a book in a while. The book that I'm on right now is actually Tales of the Jazz Age by Frankie Scott Fitzgerald.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's an amazing book. It's one of the funniest. There's a story in there. Which is apparently based on a true story about him and a camel. A camel suit. Him in a camel suit.
A camel suit?
He goes to a Halloween party to woo this girl who rejects him. And he gets into a camel suit with a peon, a cab driver. It's very classist. It's hilariously classist. It's like, you know, the main character who is like a thinly veiled caricature of F. Scott himself.
Right.
F. Scott, that's what I call him. First names basis. And he gets ripped, drunk, and he gets this cab driver to be the butt of the camel to complete the camel.
This is a true story?
This is a story. This is a short story because it's the only suit he can get. It's the only costume. I should say it's a costume. It's the only costume he can get for a Halloween party because all the the good ones are sold out.
Right. Of course.
And so he can only get a camel costume. And he goes to this party, and he tries to woo this girl, and he kind of Cyrano de Bergeracs her a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm not kidding you, Greg. It's one of the funniest things. It's better than David Sedaris.
What book do you use on the train to pretend that you're some kind of hotshot millennial, just to kind of attract the opposite sex?
The Secret.
The Secret. Perfect. Smart. I mean, that's smart. Have you seen the new Roseanne show on ABC?
Here's my deal with the new Roseanne.
Fucking horrible. Roseanne. Poor John Goodman. Go ahead.
Thoughts and prayers. What is the line where you separate the artist and his or her work? Bill Cosby is a prime example of this. The Cosby Show is a legendary show.
Right.
It had such a cultural impact for Afro-Americans.
Sure.
That's what they like to be called. Greg.
Afro-Americans? It really is it Afro-Americans?
I had a principal who used to say that because he wanted to be cool.
He didn't know.
Because there was a lot of POCs, that's P-O-C, in our school, people of color.
POCs. Which you are. You're very colorful.
I'm 100%. I jump on that bandwagon so hardcore.
You should.
When the
deep
NAACP rolls into town, I front a line.
You're like as brown as the desk that all my equipment is on. You're very brown.
I'm mahogany. Is where I would go.
Is it mahogany?
A lightly stained mahogany.
You did look a little stained on stage, by the way. I meant to tell you to, cover some of your staining.
Are you reading my reviews? Is that a review you're reading?
No.
That sounds a lot like something a critic would say about me.
Oh, God. Do you get reviewed well?
Stained. What?
Do you get reviewed well, typically?
I get reviews like, his portrayal was real. That's what I get.
Well, that's
Which
good.
is a good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a thankless review, right? It's like when it's the straight man dilemma. No one credits the straight man. But the straight man's doing all that. I'm trying to think of a good example of this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What did you just do? You were doing some kind of play about the American boy or something? I don't know. I put together pieces of your life through your fucking Instagram stories because you won't talk to me.
American boy.
You won't talk to me. Hold on.
The American boy. The Imran Sheikh story. American boy.
Hold on. Adele makes me feel better. Hold on. All right.
That was a lovely song.
I did that song in my studio. I could do a much better Cockney accent. I'm rolling off of your accent, and yours is marginal. But you're South Asian. Hey, can you tell me, this is interesting, why are you considered South Asian?
Because it's the fucking south of Asia. Have you looked at a map ever?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of question is?
No, but I've never heard. When I started hearing.
What are you, South American or North American? You're North
American.
I'm
not. I don't say that. I'm American. North. I'm American. I've never heard anybody in Asia, the continent of Asia, be described as Northern Asian. Or I just hear Asian.
Because that's fucking Russia. North Asia is Russia.
Okay.
No, it's like that joke. It's like that joke from Pulp Fiction, right? Like, what do they call a Crown Royale in French? It's called a Royale or whatever.
Royale
whatever
cheese,
the fuck.
Right? Stupid.
It's like in South Asia, you don't say I'm South Asian. You say I'm Asian.
Right.
No, you say. I guess you would say you're South. I'm South. I'm a Southie. We're all Southeast.
Yeah, I'm sure because that's just normal
Southeast.
Vernacular over there.
Bostonian accents are big.
Seriously, when did South Asian become the new name for
I'll tell you.
People from the Middle East or Middle Eastern countries?
Okay. All right.
Is that racist? That's not racist.
That's for a long time, when you said Asian in America, it was referring to Orientals. Which I don't think is a racial slur. I really don't think it's a racial slur to say that. I really don't. Well, I'm going to put my foot down.
It's a rug.
I really do. No, I mean, yeah, but because it's from the Orient, right?
Right. Like the people.
Obviously, it's like saying, so now you can't call Afghanis Afghans because of Afghan rug?
That's true.
Oh,
you can't. I mean, they make jokes about that in that Chad Deity play. The elaborate entrance of Chad Deity.
That's a great play. I
just saw it done again.
Did you?
Miami.
Yeah. I think it played recently.
It did.
It was done.
They did play in Miami. A buddy of mine did it.
And, that's on my hit list, that play.
Oh, you'd be great for that fucking play.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Let's please talk more about how it would be great about it and then broadcast this to artistic directors willing to do that.
Why don't you do an audition for it right now? You want to do it so fucking bad? Dance, monkey. Dance.
That's what this is about, right? And this
Yes,
is just me
yes.
trying to further my career.
Yeah, in Miami, too, because we have a huge listener base in Miami.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do the elaborate entrance of Chad Beatty anywhere, Miami, I think, would be the place to do it.
Well, yeah, they did it already, so you missed out on that opportunity. But it was a co-pro with the Oslo Rep and a theater company down here in Miami. So you didn't have a shot. Yeah, Miami. We do theater in Miami, you know.
Well, talking about me, you're killing it right now. This is like the fourth play you've done in a row? Consecutively?
The one I'm in now, Edgar and Emily, is yeah.
Hey, look at that! I knew the title of the play you're in.
Yeah, because you watch my Instagram
without
stories.
Even thinking about it.
Yeah,
and you had no idea what play I was doing. That's really cool.
I got it right. I said American something or other.
Yeah, close enough.
American Boy.
Close enough. Wait, can we get back to the Asian thing? Because I want to explain this to your listening audience. Oriental is racist, apparently. I don't think it is. So there had to be a distinction. We're not. So Asia is huge. There's a bunch of fucking people in Asia.
Right.
The distinction had to be made. Like, look, no. I'm not from China. I'm not from fucking Japan. I'm from India or Pakistan or Afghanistan, I guess. And so Asia, South Asia, was the term that was coined because
that's technically where you're from.
Term that was created. That's because it kind of distinguishes between the east of Asia.
When did that start, though? That's my point. Like, I only heard that once in my life, and
I think
it started because it was in Disgraced, the first production I did of it. And the director was saying we need to find a few South Asian actors, and I'm like, I thought they were two Middle Eastern men from the Middle East.
Well, that's why, right? The distinction needs to be made between the Middle East.
So let's just call it what it is. If you hear the term Middle East, you immediately think the typical, stereotypical, Islamic terrorists, the typical fucking things that have been pumped into your head when you hear the words Middle East. So when you hear South Asian, you're like, never heard of that before, because you hadn't heard of it before, because it got brought in recently to our vernacular here in America. So
Are you suggesting
what?
That South Asian is a marketing ploy to deter people from associating terrorism from brown people?
Yes.
It's like a realtor going like, "Oh no! You're not in Harlem. You're in
Northern Manhattan."
Northern Manhattan. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That's it. You cracked that nut.
Well, I wanted you to admit it. Obviously, I was leading you down that road. It only took 20 minutes.
I can't.
Yeah.
If I admitted to that, I'd be kicked out of the club.
How is the club these days?
It's pretty good, man.
You know, guys.
We meet on Thursday. We make a list of who we want to fatwa, and
do you guys all come in on camels and have your baskets with the snakes that you charm out of the baskets? That's a serious question. Answer it. Answer it, South Asian.
Thursday nights is snake charm night. We bring it's BYOB.
BYOS.
Bring your own basket.
Bring your own basket. Yes.
It's popular, and it's popular.
Shit.
Lots of people bring. There's some cobras you can get on loan. There's, and you get a oboe or whatever the fuck that instrument is. It's like a clarinet. We're like, who the fuck has a clarinet in South Asia?
Is that what you need to get the? Is that what you need to get the snake out of the basket? Is that the clarinet, or is it like a flute? I mean, I'm asking you because you know, right?
Oh. You got the snake out of the basket.
Oh, nice euphemism. I think we should take a break. We've been talking for 38 minutes.
Have we really?
Yeah. And
got at least 2 minutes out of that.
Oh, God. We've got way more than that, man. We're creating content that will be on the internet until the world explodes. And we'll be back. We're going to take a break because I need more liquid and I need to stand up because my ass is bony. And this chair that I happen to be sitting on eats shit. So, we'll take a break. The Greg Wiener Podcast is brought to you by Zcast. Go to zcast.com, Google Zcast. This podcast wouldn't exist without it. Thank you. A great product. We really appreciate it over here at Greg Wiener Productions. Can't say enough good things about it. And we love you guys over in Arizona and wherever else you guys are. And it's great. I hope it keeps going for a long time. You guys rock. Thank you, Zcast. This is the Greg Wiener Podcast. We now rejoin Greg Wiener and Imran Sheikh. A Jew and a Muslim discussing the world. I don't know what happened with my mouth there.
What's going on with the Zucks?
The Zucks is testifying in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
That's tough.
Yeah, I got it out though. I mean, my motor skills are at an all-time high right now. I can speak and multitask.
You're prime. What are you multitasking with?
Well,
are you watching his testimony? Are you watching his?
No.
What is that? His testify? What do you call that? His inquiry?
His testimony. He's testifying, and it will turn into his testimony. Dude, for South Asians, you guys don't have a lot of knowledge.
Not big on the words.
Yeah,
not big on the words. Not big on the words. I have an ex who I dearly have love for, who said. That was sincere, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I turned that into not insincere. I really was being sincere. I have a deep. She used to say that Urdu, which is what is spoken in Pakistan, which you're familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Only because I did the show with you.
Because you did the show.
Yeah.
Used to say, Urdu is just a made-up baby language.
Right.
And it's cute. She would have me say things to her in Urdu.
Little baby Urdu, right?
Little baby. You forgot that bit. We used to do a bit where we would hear a song. We would hear a song, a qawwali as it's a qawwali as it's called.
Right. And I would sing along with it and say, I wrote this.
I wrote this song, and I would say, oh, you did. That's cool. I would yes and it.
Yeah, of course.
And then I would say, yes, Greg, you did. And did you? What is it saying? Because my Urdu is a little rough. It's not as
and I would translate.
Good.
And I would translate.
You would translate it.
Yeah.
And then you also would say that you not only wrote the song, but you sang parts of it.
Yeah.
And the parts that were not easy parts,
mm-hmm.
like high notes,
yeah.
like it took this guy years to be able to do that note.
Right.
Like Adele level.
Right. Yeah, no. It took me a long time to get those notes right. But I did. You know what? I think this is one of those things that's not going to translate because nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Because people need to know the truth. They need to... I think it's exposing them.
It's exposing
not
me.
Not just our camaraderie. Not just... See, this is what it's... See, Greg, you think I'm a novice at this. You think I'm a naif. What I'm doing here is I'm prepping the audience. Mm-hmm. I'm building a bond between you and I. Oh, Greg and Imran, they have a history.
We do have a history.
Past.
Yeah, that's right.
They've seen and done things together, right?
Yep.
And so that when your eventual downfall happens and you are booted off of the podcast, you're fired. You're fired in disgrace from it. Then it'll be even more heartbreaking, and it'll be like, wow, they used to be so close. And now, because of the whoring and the booze and the drugs, he's got to quit. Yep. And that racist thing he said.
Yep.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yep.
What would be the racist thing you say that would get you booted? I know you're trying to segue here.
Shit. Yeah, no, I just really like that song. What racist thing would I say that would get me booted off?
Get you fired from the Greg Wiener podcast.
Oh, God.
What thing could you say that would be the end all be all? That would be like, that's the last straw. He crossed the line. You know it already. You already know it.
Oh, you kidding? My head is filled with nothing but racist slurs. And
did you know? Heeb magazine is no longer a magazine. Did you know that?
What is it?
Heeb, the magazine.
I didn't know it was a magazine.
It was an alt Jewish lifestyle magazine.
Why are you laughing? Why is it so funny that there's a Jewish magazine?
Because it's like a dude in Payas smoking blunts.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the cover. Like every cover was a variation of some Orthodox Jew.
Yeah, let your hatred fly.
Go ahead. Can I ask you something? This
Please.
is a question I've had for a long time.
Go ahead.
I've always felt guilty saying the word Jew because it almost seems like a slur. Is that just me? Like saying, "Hey, here's my friend Shlomo. He's a Jew." Like I feel like that's.
I think your instinct is right. Did you hear that Jewish song I was just playing?
No.
You didn't hear that? Shit. Hold on. Let me.
No.
Can you hear that?
I can hear that.
why I have that. I used to do Jewish marionette puppet shows for a living, and I had to buy the music to use in the show, and I have it on my phone. All these songs that you're hearing are songs that I've downloaded at one point or another. So you were being a bigot against Jews. Go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you with a song of my people who have been enslaved generation after generation. Continue.
I mean, listen, at some point you got to blame the victim on that one, right? I mean, you got to be like, what are you guys doing here? What do you got? I mean, you got to take some responsibility. Look, the Moses thing is fucked up. It's fucked.
Hold on a second. What's the Moses thing? What's the Moses thing?
The Pharaoh. Let my people go.
Shit. Yeah, what was fucked? That's not a thing.
What do you mean that's not a thing? There's a book about it. There's the 10 Commandments. Let my people go. He wasn't talking about fucking the Amish. He was talking about Jews. I felt guilty saying that. Jews. He was talking about Jews.
I think it's with any other racial slur, it's the intent of which is behind it. If you say, this is my friend Shlomo, he's a Jew, and you look at your friend like, you know what that means, then it's racist. But if you're saying, this is my Jewish friend Shlomo, actually, you don't even have to call him a Jewish. If his name is Shlomo, he might as well have a fucking yarmulke and bagel crumbs on his fucking chest. Jesus.
What is the ASL? That's American Sign Language.
Mm-hmm.
For
Jew?
Gesture for Jew.
What is it for Jew? South Asian?
It's probably a bomb. I don't know, like making explosions. Wow. Just going. That's probably like they can do that, right?
Deaf people, they're great at making bomb sounds. We're going to hell.
That's how I just feel like saying the word Jew. It's and it's like saying the word black. I've always found that word to be offensive.
It's like not, saying though. Like, it's not. It's the intent behind it. I don't
think so. You can say it in with the best of intentions.
Okay.
Like you know how the blacks vote.
That's not a good intention, obviously.
Yeah, it is. You know how they vote. They vote for people who are hardworking, for people who are about service. They bolster the underdog. That's how they vote.
You're doing it though. You're adding. So if I were to say that black guy that was playing basketball last week for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the black guy, LeBron James. That's not racist.
I mean, that sounds hella racist.
Well, the problem is...
I like how that black played basketball.
That's racist.
Right, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well...
It's like saying the same thing. It's like, I like how that Jew did my taxes. You know what I mean?
You're not...
I'm not saying anything bad.
No, you're right. Or I would say, I don't like how that Jew toasted my bagel this morning. But if I'm a Jew, then it's okay. It's like everything else.
Well, it's like the N-word, right? I mean, if you're you reclaim it, you take ownership of it,
right?
Or it's like the C word with women. See you
next Tuesday. Yeah.
See you next Tuesday, right?
Right.
I mean, you
can't say cunt around women now.
What's that?
You can't say women don't use the word cunt. Most of them don't like it.
Whoa, easy, buddy, easy.
What?
The C word, all right?
Cunt.
C word. Yeah. You can't say that word.
You know what? You know why? Why do they call it a cunt?
Why?
Because that's the sound it makes when you kick it.
Oh, okay. That's I see that. I see that logic in that. I see that.
That's one of the worst jokes ever, but it makes me laugh. And I laugh at things that are fucking vile and offensive. Okay.
I know, but you know what it is? You know why? Why? Because I know you, Greg Wiener. You're a person who has a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And you're a very good man, in my estimation. And the reason why that's funny is because you say it in an almost ironic way.
Right.
Not almost. You say it in an ironic way. Like you're making fun of how horrible it is.
Exactly.
But the trap is that never translates. People sometimes, if they don't know you, right, they think you mean that sincerely, but they don't know that you're that. I mean, because that's my outlook on when I say offensive stuff that I find funny, jokes like that, because I don't think it's a funny joke. I think it's horrible that some people think it's funny and think it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like when I say things like, well, I mean, no, the Jew thing is real. I really do have a question about that. I don't understand why I feel guilty when I say the word Jew.
Because you think that you're being perceived as somebody who would have ill feelings towards Jews when you say it.
But I mean, I do. But that's not anyone's business. That's between me and my God. No.
It's between you and the Jewish fucking voodoo doll you have that you throw up against the wall every time someone haggles with you over money at your, your Pakistani stand of Jim Jicks that you sell in the corner.
Jim Jicks?
Jim
What the fuck is Jim Jicks?
You know what you South Asian people sell on the side. It's fake purses, Jim Jicks.
Listen, but seriously though, I mean, and I don't think any other race or you can't say, oh, that woman changed my car tire. I mean, I guess you could. I just said that sounds kind of bad too. I suppose.
Well, you couldn't because women don't change tires.
They don't have the aptitude for it.
No, they can't. They don't have the strength. They don't have the upper body. Maybe Ronda Rousey can change a tire. Not the woman I'm acting in a show with right now. The woman playing Emily Dickinson. No way she can change a tire. And I'm not being rude or offensive. It's a fucking
it's
fact.
Biology.
It's biology. Okay.
It's science. Women don't have the upper body strength of men. That was a huge problem when women, lady firefighters were being introduced into the NYFD. Mm-hmm. They were like, they can't do the fireman's carry. They're just not built for it. Yeah, you might get like one of those, butchy ones that can probably do it, but you can't get a regular lady to do it. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
With a nice rack. I mean, that first off, your breasts are getting in the way. First, right off the bat.
I'm pretty sure there are big-boobed.
So what are you doing? You're only enlisting A cups in the fire department? That's gender discrimination, if you ask me. I'm just saying I'm all about equal rights with the ladies. I'm all about it. Vote, drive a car, and
cook.
But cook,
have babies,
have childbearing ability, mothering.
Yes.
Fathering.
Breastfeed.
You can do it all. Breastfeeding.
Yeah.
They can do it all.
Bleed for a week and not die.
But be a sexual object of desire.
Right.
They can do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are certain biological constraints that women can't overcome.
Nope.
Because it's not bigotry. It's not a fucked up bias of mine. It's because they physically cannot. No. Can you have a fucking lion type on a keyboard? No, because he has fucking paws. He can't fucking type with accuracy.
It's a great analogy.
He might get like a talon or whatever the fuck, claws, right? He might get a claw to punch in home row, maybe speaking, but you're not going to get his paws, his big dumb paws. They're not going to be able to do it. So how are you going to ask a woman to do a fireman's carry? You can't.
You really are a brilliant mind, and I'm so thrilled that you've given your time to me and the Greg Wiener podcast today.
I'm thoughts and prayers, man.
To what, yourself? You can't just throw out thoughts and prayers anymore.
Thoughts and prayers is like aloha. It's like a hello and a good. It has multiple. It takes on different meanings. It's like. You can say it for when someone's aggrieved. You can say it as like a, feel better, or like a bless you kind of thing.
So when someone has the flu, you're like thoughts and prayers? You're really diminishing the meaning of it now at this point.
No, I don't think so. I think it's bolstering the meaning of it because now it's becoming common vernacular.
Well, when someone sneezes,
any old thing.
Well, then when someone sneezes, instead of bless you, you say thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts
and prayers,
man. Thoughts and prayers.
You have
to say it with a tone, though. You can't just be like thoughts and prayers. You have to be like, hey, thoughts and prayers, man. You get real close, real close
to their face,
their ear,
to their face,
almost to their face, almost a whisper. Go thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, you're really teaching me some good social practices that I'm going to take with me and use for the rest of my life.
I mean, if there's anything I can do in life is teach people things. You know what I mean? That's what I want to be remembered as an educator.
Imran Sheikh. Oh, you're an educator now. I didn't realize you're not only an actor, but you're an educator.
I mean, that's what life is, right? A good life is one that you can learn from, one that you can aspire to, one that you can say, hey, you know what? That guy, he's physically fit, he's handsome, he's probably well endowed.
This is what they're saying about you?
This is what people say about me.
Right.
He's probably well endowed. We don't know because he's not that type of guy. He won't just tell you that he's well endowed. He probably is because of the way he carries himself.
But he's not a rapist. He's not going to rape your eyes with his dick.
He's not going to be pornographic about it. He's not going to be upfront about it. He's humble about it, you know.
Can you tell me about the worst Tinder date that you've had since we've been friends?
She was 6'4".
No.
I'm 5'8".
Was she really 6'4"?
Here's the situation, right? As far as Tinder and these dating apps goes, there's a +2 and a -2 that you have to contend with. Scale of 1 to 10, right? There's you got women are either a 1, a dog. I'm sorry. A 1, unattractive, or 10, Anne Hathaway, or Jennifer. Well, I don't really find Jennifer Lawrence that attractive. Meg Ryan.
Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll come back to this. You don't find Jennifer Lawrence attractive?
No, she's cute, but she's not. No, she's a solid 4. She's a 4.
I think we're gonna have to end this fucking podcast. Jennifer Lawrence is a 4?
Yeah, hard. She's got this weird cheekbone thing going on. Her smile is all jacked up.
What?
She's got like cat eyes, like literal, not like in the sexy, like literal cat eyes. Like it's like you're looking at a cat's eyes. The shape, I mean, obviously.
I think this is like cultural. I think this is because you're Islamic.
No, I love Caucasian women. Love Caucasian women. I exclusively date Caucasoids. Cocks. That's what we call them in South Asian.
Exclusively date cocks. Is that what your people call us?
Exclusively fucking date cocks in Southie. I just did a South Asian accent.
Yeah, that was really good from Boston. Okay, go ahead. Jennifer Lawrence is not a 4. You're blind. You're blinded by your hatred for Americans.
Also, no, I mean, listen, death to America. But the thing is, it's like she's not. I don't find her conventionally. She's a 4. But here's the thing, right?
Here's a 4.
I make no. See, this is the thing, right? People are always like, "Oh, you rape women. You're a fucking monster. You don't. What are you, a 2? You're a 2." I know what I am. I'm like a solid 5. I'm like
I think
on good days I'm like a 6. On good days, if I groom myself, I'm a 6.
You've got good hair and you've got a good tan going, and you're not fat. And
I'm
you're
fat.
Decent
I'm skinny
height.
fat. Did you know that? I'm skinny fat. I told you about it. You've seen me skinny fat.
I've seen you dressed as a... Oh, hey, we've got a phone call from Scam Likely. Hold on, we're going to take this.
Yes,
put it on. Hello?
If you owe $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you may qualify to substantially reduce your
wait a minute, I can put this on. Can you hear it?
Press 1 now to speak to a representative.
All right,
wow, no wait time.
Oh, I'm
Services, this is Edgar. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you? Hello?
That's great. I'm doing well.
Oh, I asked how you were doing. Hello?
Well, Marty, who are you on the phone with, Marty?
Hello? Hold on, Saul. Hello?
Marty?
Oh, damn, that didn't last. Don't worry, in 5 minutes I'll get another fucking call from a fucking Scam Likely.
I love how he tried to like...
Yeah, he totally tried to move beyond the me asking hello and get to the sales pitch. Real suave there, buddy.
Yeah, that was
all right, back to our insensitive discussion of our looks.
So I know I'm a solid... Listen, thank God we're not doing video right now because I'm 2. I'm a 2 right now. When I'm at home, when I'm leisure, I haven't shaved. Mm-hmm. I'm a 2.
Wow, you must get stopped on the street all the time when you don't shave.
Here's the truth about this.
No, I was going to be serious about asking. Do you feel like you should shave more because you are Middle Eastern?
I feel... Oh, balls. God fucking damn. My laptop's running out of juice. Hold on.
You didn't charge it?
Fuck. Shit, this sucks. Hold on.
All right, we're going to pause. We're going to pause. Take a break. Get it charged up. Take a break. This is a break. We don't really have any content, so this is just a shitty break. All right, let's get back to the show.
They broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys, good man, and it's a disgraceful situation. It's a total witch hunt. I've been saying it for a long time.
This is Trump addressing the fact that the FBI raided, or in his words, broke into his office and hotel room. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. What a fucking moron. I'm sorry he's our president and everything, and,
like the FBI is like committing burglary.
Instead of Trump saying his words, they should have like a little, like a 5-year-old who can barely put words together speak for him and say these words. There's somebody broke into my lawyer's office. What the fuck?
He's a Jewish kid.
Yeah, always. He's always a New York Jewish kid, and he's just eating, latkes. I gotta stop saying the word bagel.
That's your branding. Whenever I think of bagels, or whenever I think of you, I think of
bagels.
The other. Oh yeah, he's always talking about bagels. That guy.
Oh yeah, Greg. He's an okay actor. He's a little obsessed with bagels.
He's funny. He's a good actor. He's a very good actor actually. He works a lot. I know, and he has a nice car. And here's the thing. He talks about bagels all the time. You just got to go with it.
Yeah, you just got to say,
God forbid
bagels,
you show
bagels.
Up with a bagel. Don't ever show up to a rehearsal with a bagel.
No. Well, you know what? The ironic thing is in Fort Myers, there's not a good bagel to be found.
Here's the thing.
There's really not.
I've been all over this beautiful land of ours. Mm-hmm. I've been all over this country, this nation.
Yep.
I've never not had a good bagel. I don't know what this stems from. The New York bagels are the best. I've never had that. I've never experienced.
You don't have
shit. And the same goes with pizza. With pizza, I've never had a bad pizza experience.
Because you don't know a good pizza experience or a good bagel. You don't have a discerning palate. You eat curry most likely a lot, and Camel.
Curry has blown out my palate. We have a higher threshold.
You guys eat Camel, right?
Profile.
Or you ride them?
We drink Camel milk. No joke. I was in a date with someone, and she said she had been to Jordan and she had drunk Camel milk, and I was aroused for some reason.
Is there really such a thing as camel milk?
It's a fucking mammal, Greg. Every mammal produces milk.
I'm a
Rats,
mammal.
You produce milk.
Men
don't. Have been known. This is science. Men have been known.
I've seen male porn actors lactating on women's titties.
You have not.
No, I really haven't actually. But
it exists now. Now it exists.
I'm sure it does.
Rule 34. If you've thought of it, do you know about the rules of the internet?
No. What is it?
Rule number 34 was that if you thought of it, there is a porn for it.
Rules of the internet.
Go to Wikipedia. They have since been amended.
Wikipedia.
There's like 134 or something now.
Rules of the internet. Rulesoftheinternet.com.
No, don't go to .com. Go to the wiki. Go to the Wikipedia. Don't
Why
go
are
to
you such
.com.
a slave to Wiki?
You'll get a fucking virus or some shit if you do that.
Why are you such a slave to Wikipedia? What's that? What's that all about?
I'm all about free knowledge.
Yeah, but Rule 34, Wikipedia, internet meme. It's a meme. If it exists, there is porn of it. No exceptions. Is a prevalent internet meme that states that internet pornography exists concerning every conceivable topic. Most popular targets of Rule 34 are fictional characters from television series, video games, films, and comics. Okay.
It's not a meme. It's not a meme. I refuse to sully it.
This is from your trusted, venerated source of Wikipedia, which is a user-generated page. So
someone's created some revisionist history up in that mug.
Yeah.
Because
this is where you're basing all your knowledge off of. I see a problem. This is an intervention, man. Your family. This is not really a podcast. Come on in, Shakes. Come on in.
Come on,
Imran.
Shakes.
Imran. We are here.
Mom, Dad,
we are here. Imran.
Oh my God.
We are very disappointed in you. I don't know what accent that is. It's racist either way.
What happened to your accent? That sounded a lot like my dad.
Did it really?
If they were being portrayed by
a Jew regional theater actor.
If they were being portrayed by a Jew. See? It sounded so racist just
because you're racist. Listen, we're all racist in some way. If we lived and grew up in America...
Don't give me that libertarian bull crap.
Libertarian?
We're all, every libertarian I've ever met in my entire life.
I'm not a libertarian. I'm not anything. I'm a human being.
First off, it's libertarian, not libertarian. First off, maybe you should go to a library and figure out how to be.
See, you're funny. You're funny, and we need more of that. All right?
Second off.
What?
Second off, every libertarian I've ever met is a fucking racist who hides his...
I'm sorry, there's a major storm going on back here.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, man. It's
yeah. Go ahead. Tell us more about libertarians and how racist they are.
They're all racist, and they hide it by saying, "Oh, we're all a little bit racist," or this is a classic. I'm racist towards everyone equally.
Oh,
You're
God.
an equal opportunity racist. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Go vote for fucking Gary Ross, that fucking clown shoes.
Who?
Gary Ross, wasn't that his name? Wasn't that the libertarian candidate in 2016?
I don't know.
Hey, do you remember the time Hillary Clinton's attorney's house got broken into by the FBI? Do you remember that? Oh no, wait, you don't.
No.
I guess she wasn't as crooked as people thought, huh?
No.
That was my daily. I got to promote Hill Dog. I'm sorry. I've been a Hillary fan since back in the day.
Yeah.
I've always loved her.
What's she up to now? I couldn't get into her, man.
You're not a fan, huh?
Well,
it's fine.
I just, you know what? There was just something. No, it's not sexist at all because there's plenty of women I would have voted for. I can't think of them, but my mom I would have put in office. At least she has integrity and she's likable.
She knows how to make a good bagel.
And she doesn't make. You don't make a bagel, okay? You don't just not all Jews have a recipe to make bagels, you bigot.
It's not a delicacy. It's not. Oh, he's coming to dinner.
You really.
We're gonna make the finest bagels for him.
You know,
my dream is to
for dinner.
be with a Jewish woman. You know that's like my thing, right?
No, I didn't.
Jewish women.
You've got a fetish for Jews.
My ex, who I have a deep love for, as I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
On another podcast.
Hold on. God is angry. He's making thunderclaps. Jesus. We must have really said some shit on this thing. We've been going for a while, man.
Are you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I mean
the Jew that broke your heart.
With the weather, I sent you thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, no, I didn't get them. I didn't get them. So, because they were as insincere as your pretending not to be racist when you say Jew is.
Wow, they're in the mail. So, my ex, I fell in love with her. I initially had a crush for her and started to try and talk to her.
Not crush for her. See? God doesn't like the way you said that either. He just clapped another thunder.
That's what he's getting angry about?
Mm-hmm.
Me talking fondly about my ex, who I still have a deep affection for.
Hold on. Don't just hold that thought for a second, okay? I'm going to just put on some sad Jewish music. And of course, right away, no, that's not it. That's just the premiere for Westworld, which is happening soon. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Go ahead. What? Talk about
my ex, who I have a deep affection for.
Just talk regular. Or unless the music's really influencing your emotions.
I'm fucking cutting out. My ex, who I have a deep affection for, I had a crush for her initially because I thought she was Jewish. She had the nose and everything. I've always been attracted to beautiful noses. I'm a proboscis man.
You're a what?
Proboscis? Isn't that what noses are called? Proboscis?
No, they're called fucking noses. Go ahead.
I saw her. We were performing in a musical time. I don't sing. I don't know why I was cast in this musical.
What was her name?
I don't want to say.
This girl who you thought was Jewish because she had a big nose. Continue. The story is perfect. Go.
Let's say her name is Diana. And Diana and I, we locked eyes one day. It was hard to lock eyes because her nose was kind of in the way, but we locked eyes. We locked eye. And I knew that it was love. And one time, before rehearsal, I went to a stall and I brought her some food and I said, Diana.
Wait a minute. You to a bathroom stall? Was she taking a shit?
No, a stall, a street cart, a food cart, a vendor cart. Can I paint a fucking picture here?
You painted a picture of a girl in a bathroom, and you're bringing food to her while she's sitting on the can.
All right, fuck.
All right,
she's in the fucking bathroom. I walked in. The food I had brought her. And after the toilet flushed...
No, don't do the fake story. Be serious. Come on, do you hear this music?
She opened the door, and she was surprised to see me. Imran, well, it's fancy seeing you here. And I said, I bought you this. And I want to give it to you as a token of my affection. And you know what it was, Greg?
It was a bagel.
It was a latke.
You found a latke vendor? That's the real story. Where? I'll let you pay.
In New York? Oh my God! You can buy.
No, you can't.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a knish. Oh,
you're such an angry South Asian.
I love knishes. Are you kidding me? In high school, I lived off of knishes. There was Sam, the hot dog guy. I didn't know his name was Sam. Other people told me because he's the help. I'm not gonna like casually get to know him. He's the hot dog guy. He's not gonna help me in life.
No.
But other people knew that his name was Sam, and so we called him Sam the hot dog guy. Mm-hmm. And every Friday, I'm not kidding, every Friday I would buy a knish. I would save up my money.
Jesus.
To buy a knish because it was $2.50. I was broke in high school.
And your side job was the snake charming gig, right?
I mean, it doesn't pay as well as you think it does.
No, but you had enough for
first,
a knish.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay for the clarinet lesson. You gotta fuck.
That acid reflux, man.
I know. You gotta pay for the clarinet lessons.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta the Cobra handling fees are exorbitant.
Yeah, I mean,
the baskets aren't cheap.
To get the license, you mean yeah, you gotta have a license for that, right? What did you bring to this girl for real from the street vendor?
I didn't bring her anything. No, I thought she was a Jew. See, that sounds so rough.
And what was she? Italian?
Irish, Italian. Half, 50-50. Irish, Italian.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to lose the music.
Shitty mix.
No, it's
shitty mix.
Wow. What's shitty about that mix?
I mean, she was a drunk and she ate a lot.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
No. Beautiful, beautiful human being who I have deep affection for.
So what happened to the relationship?
Honestly...
Don't say you grew apart, because that's a fucking trigger button for me, and I may throw something across the room.
I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It's still a little raw, you know.
How long has it been since you broke up?
It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
And
it's still
raw, huh?
It's still hot. The iron's still hot there.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man.
You know what happens? This is life. C'est la vie, right? Que sera, sera.
Well, whatever's meant to be is meant to be, you know? Doesn't that make you feel better? Hey, at least you didn't have kids. Doesn't that make you feel better? Because it's always a soothing stroke to the back when I hear that one. Oh, you're getting a divorce? Well, at least you didn't have kids. Right. Tell that to my expectations that are on that piece of toilet paper covered in shit.
Hey, Greg. Oh, man. You'd be great on that show.
You know, I always thought you would have been good on SNL. Oh, my God. It was because I was never bar mitzvahed. And because I was never bar mitzvahed, I was never truly allowed into the tribe. And therefore, I'm a struggling regional theater actor. And not on SNL. Like my Jewish relative at a wedding said to me, which is what you're referring to, Imran.
This is the bond I was talking about that you and I have.
Yeah.
That's going to be heartbreaking when you eventually get fired from this podcast.
From my own podcast.
Your own podcast. The Greg Wiener podcast, hosted by Imran Sheikh.
Listen, man, sometimes the things we build just don't stand the test of time.
Well, that's civilization in general, isn't it? I mean, you build things for other generations to take up and to further and to go beyond what you had done, which is what I plan on doing. I plan on taking this national. We're going to... Wait, this isn't radio, right? This isn't terrestrial radio,
no,
is it?
We are anywhere and everywhere. I just read a comment from somebody who was listening to me on his morning walk, and he was
really?
Laughing. Yeah, I just literally just checked my Facebook because you were unengaging.
You know what's cool about that is that in mental institutions, they let people outside every now and then.
Oh, you know what? It's interesting. The guy who wrote it is actually, the host of this podcast, how we're able to get on Apple. We are given an RSS feed. It's Zcast. I should talk. They're the sponsors of the show.
Zcast.
Zcast. Yes, it's an app. And it's a website, and they host my podcast. They host the physical file that enables me to spread it like AIDS all over the internet. So
that's quite a...
And it was the co-founder and CEO of Zcast who listened to my podcast this morning and wrote to me and told me, he said, I was listening during my morning walk, which I don't do enough. Okay. Sorry, Raz.
Right, we don't need to know that.
It's Raz Yellow. And he said,
get it.
Can you just shut your goddamn South Asian hole?
Southie. I'm a Southie.
Southie, you're a Southie. I was listening during my morning walk, which I don't do enough, and couldn't wipe that stupid smile off my face. Between your horrible / hectic yet awesome selection of songs to your voices, I just died laughing, and I didn't care what other people on the street were thinking of me.
Is this a compliment? Your stupid and hectic song selection?
He was smiling, so, I'll take it.
I mean, was he smiling with you or was he smiling at you?
If that man, the man that has given me and you the freedom to do this, took the time to write something on my Facebook wall, I doubt it was going to be hate-filled. But it's interesting where your mind goes. You're a hateful South Asian human.
I'm going to say this. It's a great service that they provide.
Are you kidding? It's an amazing service.
It's an amazing service. It's I don't have word for it.
Not enough people know about it. You don't understand because you have not tried to start a podcast with zero money.
I have. Oh, I have.
Have you?
I have several podcasts. Yeah, I have several podcasts. Big budgets.
They're
big
podcasts. P-O-D, not P-R-O-D. You fucking, you waste. The best part of you ran down your father's leg. You ever hear that cut down? It's fucking terrible. The best part of you ran down your fucking father's leg, you abortion scrape. I learned that in
Mama Wiener is
in elementary school from kids. You
kids said that to you?
Well, not to me. I mean, I was always revered. But I heard it said to other poor children being picked on. Like I wasn't picked on. My last name's Wiener. You know how many times I got punched in the face for no fucking reason?
Hey, Wiener, come over here. It's time for your daily punch in the face.
It's time for your daily random punch in your fucking eye, you loser.
This has been a broadcast of the Greg Wiener Podcast, brought to you by Greg Wiener Productions, Inc. Copyright 2018. Please rate, review, and subscribe. Seriously, please subscribe for the love of Christ. Rate and review, please. 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 Thank you. God bless. Jehovah loves you. I'm Oprah Wiener.